as we are in the game. Felt versus TSM, FTX. TSM, they are 2-2, so they've already lost twice in terms of just series. And Felt, they're trying to not follow the footsteps of Alliance, are 0-4 in the series and 0-8 overall with individual games.
Suns fan, comparing Felt to Alliance is doing Alliance dirty, I think.
Did you watch them today by any chance, Spurge?
I did, and today they lost, but they didn't look like super bad. They were being praised by the casters and panelists for actually having pretty solid performance compared to some of their previous ones. I don't really see Felt winning this, but I mean, they've got some cool heroes that we can spend lots of time talking about. That part's exciting.
That is very true. So obviously, the hero that the panel talked most about is this mid bounty hunter, which obviously very cool. What's the idea behind it, you think?
Well, if he manages, obviously they said they want some puck solutions, so maybe an Orchid is in the works, but my assumption is he's going to rush an Ags, and he's going to do double Shuriken tosses once they are Grim ultied. That way he gets a buttload of gold stolen from his opponents. The hard thing is that he has to get to the Ags at a reasonable time, and then they need to make sure that he can spend the time to like track a couple heroes and execute the combo without them completely getting stomped. But a bounty hunter is a decent method to catch up in a game, especially in a match that might be very brawly. So if you can force those conditions against your opponents and you have track gold and you can get some kills, then it can be worth it.
See, this is the thing I like, though, because obviously, I mean, there's no point in dancing around the subject. Felt are the severe underdogs in this matchup. But picking, like, cheesy stuff, I love this kind of strat. Like, if you feel like, you know, all things considered equal, you're going to have some trouble picking up a win against this team, then why not pick something that, obviously, I would assume they've practiced this, and this is a bounty hunter player. But something that, you know, could catch TSM off guard, and I hope you're right. Aghanim's, I feel like they nerfed it at some point when they changed it to be this specific Ags, which is the Janata gets procced.
Correct.
And the range.
I'm actually a rare expert on this. I actually played it before it got changed. I was a big fan of it. It used to double. It used to like bounce. The Shurikens would bounce to multiple targets, kind of like a Chain Frost or Cask if they were tracked. And then when they added Janata, unfortunately the win rate went up. So I was wrong. But the playstyle I thought was more fun before, personally, in terms of like mid-game killing supports. But this one definitely allows you to scale a little bit better. But, you know, it never really took off, never really was that successful outside of like some occasional pub games. So I'm not a huge believer in it. But if I do play Bounty Hunter, I like to try to buy it. But it kind of takes like a very low, like very slow game where you don't initiate much, basically.
All right.
See, they're gonna win.
First blood goes the way of Zor on the Weaver. I mean, I will say, and I've said this before, Marcy, I think, is the best hero in the game right now, and the fact that she gets through, I mean, obviously Cinder and talked about Puck being really good, which is definitely true, but Marcy just seems on another level. Just get that rebound into dispose, and there's not a whole lot you can do. It's bot lane Paradise. Oh, nice block off by Moon Meander with the ice shards. It's going to lead to a kill. Going the way of Saberlight, which gets his Enigma as a last pick, which was like, I would want to say, his favorite hero. And like the panel talked about, not that many stuns to actually take him out of the ult, especially once he gets BKB.
Yeah, it's a very good pick here for sure. As long as his laning stage goes okay, it is going to be great. Already there are 6 last hits ahead of the Juggernaut, and killing him there is going to make his lane a little bit worse as well. Just level 2 here on the Jug, whereas Saberlight's almost 4. So yeah, that's we call that the level mismatch here. Bit spooky for Paradise. I like his sponsor tag, girl name, smiley face. I think he's making fun of his teammates.
Oh yeah. Or a lot of pro players who have that exact thing in their name. Oh, the Courier looks like it's going to be taken out, but it's going to cost Zor his life. So maybe not worth it in the end, as Dubu will actually live through this, as Wake Me Up now getting chased by Tomato. Bloodseeker. Very annoying here to deal with when there's low HP heroes.
It is. And we haven't talked about the Veno very much, but they picked it third. Their opponents end up responding with their... They basically said, like, hey, guys, go ahead, pick the Weaver, do it. they did it, and then they're like, all right, we'll play Veno 5. This is great. But I think it's really important, and a lot of people don't. You know, some people can't multiply. Maybe you're one of them. But on Venomancer, it's actually really important when you play support Veno, in my opinion, that you get level 2 Gale at 3, because the damage goes up by a huge amount. It goes up by like 150 damage or something like that, or 175 damage with that second skill point. It actually turns it into a great harassment nuke. So I like that Dubu picked that up at level 3. It's going to make his laning stage feel a lot less inadequate, as sometimes Veno support can. And as he transitions, he'll probably go something like a shard. It really helps you be effective without much net worth and without much tankiness to make the hero feel a little bit more viable. So excited for it.
Oh, we're going to have another block off. Looks like the Inkswell is going to get dodged thanks to this beautifully timed snowball from Moon Meander, who finds the kill onto Rem, which is their stand-in for this game. Mid lane, though, let's see. We got the 23 and 6 on Bryle, 21 and 6 on Bounty, so quite even, but obviously the Bounty just had to walk back to base, but I don't think he's going to miss too many creeps. Overall, I would say this is a success from the side of Felt. Although looking at the net worth, maybe not.
Yeah, that's always the first sign of trouble when you have these like team mismatches and one team starts getting ahead in net worth. Part of the reason I was very impressed in the first series here. Bounty's getting ganked though.
Yeah, but there's the dispose. You can't counter it. Bryle taken out in tow. Moon Meander left all alone now. All you need is a Marcy and you'll find yourself a kill. Dubu's come though. He's just going to get tracked up as now Solji is level 6 as Saberlight gets dropped, or drops REM in the other lane here.
With his Eidolons, without even being there. I think he TP'd away while he killed with Eidolons, so that was pretty good for him.
Wow.
Wake Me Up going to help with the runes a bit. Does get an arcane.
Yeah.
Could survive here. She's here.
Yep, gets the range on that. Illusory or Bryle. Oh, okay. I thought there might have been a deny, but Bryle nets himself the kill eventually as Tomato takes out Zor, so a lot of action early on.
Yeah, that's a big kill. Is that Rupture? No, he didn't even use Rupture for that kill. What? Oh, I mean, Zor's level 4, by the way. Tomato's 6. So that's a big disadvantage. Safe to say there. Tomato, despite getting killed in lane, is just kind of going crazy now. I don't know if some of this was from the stack pull from the small camp earlier or what, but
another nice block off in the bot lane. You can see the healing ward doing pretty good work, but Paradise is just completely outnumbered, and TSM overwhelming him, and now we're going to overwhelm this tier 1 tower in all likelihood.
Okay. Can Bounty do something? He doesn't have invis, by the way, so they see him rotating over through this ward here.
Yeah, I was going to mention that. So is this the normal? I mean, how often do we see mid Bounty? But do you think this is what mid Bounties would go in terms of just the skill build?
Yeah, it's not that weird. The problem when you max Genauto, sometimes, like, yeah, the cooldown goes lower, but the ability actually scales pretty shit. The cooldown is by far the best part, so it's great to do physical damage with it, but really you just want to throw a lot of strike and tosses. That's the way to play. Nice dodge there by Bryle.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to see a double coil now. I don't know if he can get the rebound off now. And that's the big counter to Marcy. Double kill for Bryle as TSM are just here in numbers. We'll take out the 2 supports.
All right, well, that's their Bounty rotation, and this is the problem now. He's the one guy that's having a good game. He rotates over. Sure, maybe he throws some Shuriken tosses and they bounce well, but they only do 160 magic damage, Sunsfan. That's not going to be enough to really justify the hero just yet. Yeah. And yeah, maybe he finishes the nags, but at the moment, the game is getting very out of hand already. This DD rune will be helpful, certainly. But if both of their other cores are struggling this badly and he's not able to cover them, or at least like make up for the fact that he's the mid hero, then the game is going to get out of hand really fast. Nice dodge there by Bryle. He, wow, pressed his phase shift at the right time and survived. That's all it took.
Good stuff. That's a good hero. We should see more Puck perhaps, as there was a disposed mid, which leads to a kill onto Dubu.
Nice track kill.
A nice pick off by Felt. So you did mention this. You briefly talked about the changes to Shuriken tosses. Zor just going to get chased down by Tamai. I mean, this is a hard hero to go up against as a Weaver, no doubt.
It is, yeah.
But it used to do a lot more magic damage, but the range was garbage, right? Now it does way less magic damage, but it scales better with your right click, obviously with the Ags. But the range is better. and the cooldown is better.
The cooldown's very low. Yeah, cooldown's very low, mana cost is very low. It's actually a very good level 1 skill, I would say, and a pretty good level 2 skill, because it is quite spammable. DD runs out here. They're going to find Venom. This is perfect. Easy track kill.
Dispose, kill. Solji gets another kill. This time it is the track. So we'll see how much gold he's able to collect throughout this game. Top 3 net worth, which considering that they're down 3k, does this hero kind of, especially as a core, fall into the same category as like an alchemist where, I mean, not that they're, I'm gonna have to hold that thought. As he's gonna get snowballed in on. Brow just takes out that Phantom's Embrace, but he's gonna get jumped on. Rebound was there, but you can see the rupture applied to Soldier, who now just has to stand his ground inside that Blood Right. He drops, but they do find Brow, so it's a 1-for-1. And it will lead to yet another kill onto the support Marcy. So 2-for-1 in the end.
Very big that they killed Puck there. That was one last Grimstroke attack from low ground. If it missed, it would have been real bad. But at least the bounty gets the gold. He just finishes 1. He's got 1,000 in the bank. We'll see what he starts building towards. There's a broom handle as well, which is a great bounty item. The only other thing that's kind of hurting him is his levels are decent, but not really coming out super hard. Like, this is the other issue with Bounty Hunter, is that you don't have any AoE abilities, so he's not going to be able to jungle to accelerate like you normally do. Like, the fact that Grimstroke is kind of comparable to this level is a bad sign here. Zor getting ganked top.
Zor dead. They have so much catch on the way of TSM. Is Saberlight. All right, bot lane. This would be a nice kill for Felt. He gets off the salve, though, as Marcy continuing to chase. There's the urn on top of it. Oh, my God. No way.
Oh, my God.
No way. Saberlight.
Oh, my God. Let's get that player. Look at that player cam. Holy shit. Why is he not dancing right now? Come on, bro.
Well, because nobody's subbing to his Twitch stream.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You got to make him dance that way. The money. Rein in that money. That was really nice. He looks
just the tumbler toy.
Mega dead as Brown now pressuring the top lane. Working on the Witchblade for himself.
I like that he's being aggressive like this from Braille here, just to try to force rotations. Like, if he does have allies, they can kill Zor, but until then.
Yep, Swarm on top of him. Rebound to follow. Gets the coil onto 2. Illusory Orb. Looks like he's going to be fine. And the coil, okay, he actually stays there because of the snowball kept him in place as Moon Meander might be dead next. Although he takes out 1 beforehand, so it's a 1-for-1 to start as Moon Meander will be able to get away, but the urn is taking him down. Zor just taking the right click from Tomato, though. So it's a 2-for-3 in favor of TSM, but they, at the very least, found Bryle again.
Yeah, and they got 2 track kills as well. That snowball was really instrumental there in that fight. It would have gone a lot worse otherwise, because Bounty Hunter basically didn't get an opportunity to throw multiple shurikens during the Grimstroke ulti here. There's that escape from Saberlight once again. Just waiting time for his tumbler toy to come off cooldown. Oh,
that was so great. Beast. What is this? What is this? What is he doing as Solji dies in the meantime? Saberlight.
He's a tall man. If he's standing up to put his clothes away, he's going to hurt his back, dude.
That's true. I mean, the fact that he's able to do that while getting a kill at the same time and microing Eidolons, what a god.
It's remarkable. Some players are just better, dude. That's all it is.
I guess so. Just next level. Okay, he's showing off his Blink Dagger right now. It looks like Rem is done. Saberlight getting chased. He's going to dodge the Inkswell. Gets disposed. Wake me up, though. He's the one getting chased. Nice shards again from Moon Meander. Taking after Crit, his old teammate on OG. And looks like that's going to lead to yet another kill. But Bryle, the coil, not going to lead to anything this time for TSM. But they have a 6k net worth lead. And this is against the bounty, which will inflate things. Maybe not to the level of... That was my question from before. I don't think it's going to inflate like an alchemist, but I'm sure there's some level of that, right?
It depends on later levels a bit more, for sure. But and again, it also requires kills. Alchemist can kind of sit around, just feels more reliable, you know? Avoid fights, hit creeps.
Yeah. All right, we got the snowball into the punch. Nice Shuriken toss onto 3, but there's a nice Omni Slash to follow into the spin. So Dubu looks like he's going to attempt to TP out. Not happening, though. But they found Solji, so TSM gets the better of that trade. Mid bounty is a high priority target as the tier 1 tower falls.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, I mean, TSM's just constantly running them down and forcing them to react and spend spells. And yeah, he's landing some nice shurikens, but he's still very far away from the Ags. And once he gets it, he'll do more damage, decent damage output, but still taking time here.
Does he have it queued
the net
up?
worth on all 3 cores just aren't as high. Sorry? Does he have it queued up now? He could be building a BKB, but...
That would be very, meh.
There's no way they win without Ags, I feel like. It's like the only way. They need damage of some kind. They have an offlane Weaver who's building Vessel, but isn't quite there yet. Their mid is a Bounty Hunter and their carry's a Jug. Their support duo does some damage, but not that much. Like, they really need Bounty to be able to do something here.
Yep, Saberlight getting ganked, the track to start things off. And it looks like they'll get the kill. A little bit of miscommunication there, but money, money, money for Felt.
That was a lot. I mean, he got like 700 gold out of that. That was really good.
Meanwhile, looking for the time lapse. Does he have enough time to pop it? He does. And he's Zor's going to be just fine as a result, so TP's out to safety.
That was great. Not exactly the best ganking combo, the old Veno plus Puck, but there's that mid fight. This is where Jug almost dies TPing away. 6 HP. Very, very close. He even pressed 1 before he went. Live game. Stuff's happening.
Yep. Well, Moon Meander kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, but he put the rocks there. Double kill for Tomato. He's just cleanup crew. Dust applied to Solji. Not sure he's going to be able to juke a Bloodseeker, but we'll see. Yep, Urn applied now, and down he goes. 3 for 1. TSM favored again. Man, constant kill. This feels like Heroes of the Storm. Did you ever play that game? Except
I did a little bit.
These heroes are cool. That's the big difference.
Yeah.
You had to think about it.
I was trying to think. It's been a long time since I played. I played a tiny bit during the beta, and then there was another time I played for a few months, and that was about it. But
yeah, many mistakes were made. Imagine if Blizzard had taken Dota.
Well, hey, at least Heroes of the Storm brought us the talent tree. Okay. That was certainly a nod towards Heroes of the Storm, because that's basically what it was. It was like you level up and make your abilities better. I think that was a really nice fixture
they definitely invented that, and Valve got that from them. I agree.
Who brought it up? Who did it first then?
Literally any RPG.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Who made the backpack?
Sure. You're not going to give them credit for the one good thing they did.
No. They did nothing correct. It's Blizzard. They're not able to do anything correct. As Moon Meander gets off the dust. And this is going to likely lead to the kill on Solji again. It's super rough. I mean, got off to a good start. And it is going to be a BKB. And this is going against a Walrus Punch, a Black Hole, and a Rupture. All 3 going through that.
He's gonna buy BKB because he's getting ran at constantly, and he kind of needs it, because if he gets like boiled and...
Speaking of Black Hole, Blood Right is there to be comboed perfectly. Saberlight with a double kill. Shellacking.
It's I mean, as expected before this one started, but getting a little out of hand, all right. I mean, the BKB is going to allow him to throw a couple rounds of Shuriken Toss without like getting instantly destroyed. He can basically be more aggressive, but like I said, they're not going to have any damage as a result. And when you're a bounty hunter in this position, the game kind of sucks, because again, you cannot farm fast. Your hero is all about skirmishing, but it takes a little bit too long to get the net worth for that. It's like actually a very slow hero right now. There used to be a period of time where you could maybe like sit in your lane for a while, farming towards it, and then get a couple kills and accelerate, but it's kind of hard right now.
Good combos.
Like, all right, he got
to Dubu.
130 gold, but like you need to win and get ahead. Like now he gets level 2 track. Now the gold he gets is almost double. Like the acceleration that you kind of need to make this hero viable, I think, is really high.
Yeah. I mean, one thing we should mention is, and a lot, like, I don't know how prevalent this is, as we're gonna watch Solji likely die here. But you know, a lot of these games, especially a player like Dubu, who just dies a lot on support to kind of create space, but if you have a track on top of him, then perhaps that's actually not worth if you're on TSM side. But obviously they're just rolling right now, not really worrying about too much. As Paradise looks like he's gonna get bursted down. Rem looks to be next, and Wake Me Up inside that ult, gonna get right click down into Oblivion as Tomato can see him easily. Godlike for him. 10k lead TSM, and they haven't even looked for Roche yet.
Yeah, I mean, track can offset some of those disadvantages, but it has to be like heaps closer than this.
Yeah.
I feel like we haven't really seen a viable bounty hunter in almost forever. The only time it was cool semi-recently was I remember they were against a Phantom Assassin. They played bounty hunter against it as a 3 with a Caudal 4. And the Caudal was just spamming Chakra on him, which gave him more Shuriken tosses and Janatas. That was like the coolest usage I've seen of it. I think it was Nouns maybe that played that. I can't remember. Back when they were 4 Zoomers. This was like 2 seasons ago. But other than that, bounty sucks. That's basically what everybody says. It doesn't feel good in the game unless you're snowballing.
Yeah, a lot of the Invis heroes just suck, don't they? I mean, Ricky's garbage right now, too. And I think that hero's pretty fun. Solji showing off his BKB. Doesn't really do anything. Omni Slash comes, though, onto Tomato. But he is just super tanky because he has the BKB. He's just continually getting life after every single kill. Triple kill for him. And now the chase is on to the last remaining member of Felt, which is Zor, who is no more.
Yeah, this is where you look at the scoreboard and you're like, oh, the enemy carries level 19, so he has like, I don't know, like 20 more agility than I do, just for being higher level. Yeah, because that's what we felt. Omni Slash was going to do nothing in that fight. It's a Maelstrom against a BKB target, so he doesn't even get the Maelstrom proc damage. So it's just a shitty Omni Slash. They're just so far behind at this point that the game is just going to keep snowballing like this. The BKB helped a little bit on the Bounty Hunter, but he's just now starting his next item approach. It's going to take forever to get there. Not looking good.
Yep, that is to say the least. And so we're going to see a rebound into nothing. Not able to find the dispose this time. Oh, Saber Light. Oh my god, that looked like a massive black hole that was not cast. But either way, Rem is taken out to start this fight as Solji is shown again, thanks to the constant dust being applied. Oh, okay. Brile gets stunned, but they'll find Solji again in the end. Dead Bounty Hunter, which I actually want to talk about his shard, which he doesn't have. But have you tried this thing out? Because to me, in a few games that I played, it actually has felt really good. It did get nerfed, like, I want to say 4 or 5 months ago, but...
Are you talking about Bounty's shard?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's 35% damage reduction, so it's kind of like having Bristleback back, but definitely more of a supporty thing, in my opinion.
And Zor is dead. TSM just continuing their onslaught. No mercy for Felt. And like you talked about, this is something we were kind of expecting, especially with TSM off to a bit of a slow start. I know that they've qualified for TI, but similar to Gaming Gladiators, I know some people are thinking that, okay, they're just taking it easy, which, you know, maybe that is true to a degree, but I also think these teams that do really well at majors kind of at times can get nerfed a bit, and I think that's kind of happened to them. But I mean, they have plenty of time to kind of bounce back, and this season, I'm guessing that's, I mean, they want to get back to where they were, obviously, and they just haven't looked the same, especially not against Quincy Crew, who absolutely dumpstered them early in the DPC.
Yeah, that game was a little shocking for sure. Oh, they messed up the Marcy jump.
Yep, she is dead. Omni Slash coming through, though. Bouncing left and right. BKB activated by Tomato. And he's just going to turn his sights to the 2 heroes that are now Black Hold. And this should be it. Surely they will call it here. No building damage yet, but this is, yeah, GGs are called.
Yeah, that's just one of those momentum moments where you're like, your morale just completely evaporates when you get 3-man Black Hold.